Hello, my name is Patrick Jackson, and I'd like to talk to you today about my personal goals and my professional goals. My personal information: I grew up in Wichita, Kansas. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah, but I spent most of my life here in Wichita. I enjoy just about anything outdoorsy: camping, fishing, hiking, playing games outside. I love any kind of games. I'm very competitive and have a lot of fun doing sports or just tabletop games. I spent a lot of my adult life coaching, and I get a lot of satisfaction out of that and enjoy working with kids in that capacity, hopefully helping them to reach whatever level they want to get to in various sports. And I also enjoy cooking as well as gardening, which I like to do to try to help my cooking out. More personal information about myself: I was a former PE teacher in Wichita Public Schools. Spent the last 2 years as a dean of students, stepping out of that PE role. The school I work at is Gordon Parks Academy. At that school, I also have other roles such as the base coordinator, which is better academic and social excellence. It's a program that's designed to help minority boys maintain good grades as they move into high school. I also was the USD 259 2018 Distinguished Classroom Teacher of the Year award winner, and I've been the Southeast High School track and field head coach for the last 6 years. I also coach basketball and cross country at Gordon Parks. My educational background: I was a Wichita Public School student, so I do have a big passion for being in Wichita Public Schools. I attended Wichita Southeast High School and I graduated. I went to Wichita State, where I was in school for education and physical education. I was also a member of the track team while I was there and a member of the PE organization called Team K-12. My professional developments that I've had so far to this point have primarily been based around physical education, but I've also attended lots of culturally relevant trainings. That's a big passion of mine, as well as behavior management trainings. My personal goals: in the next 1 to 5 years, I'd really like to pay off my truck and maybe be able to jazz it up a little bit and get some accessories, remodel my home that I've only been living in for about 2 years, and it's got an unfinished basement, so there's some things I'd like to do. As well as I'd like to get back in shape and possibly compete in a master's track meet. In the next 6 to 10 years, I would like to pay off my home, and then I'd also like to be in traveling. I've been to Europe a couple times, and I'd like to extend that, be able to take a trip every year to a different country and start to explore the world. And beyond 10 years, I'd like to really own land, maybe do a little bit of homesteading and farming, as well as me and my brother have talked about possibly writing a children's book. My professional goals in the next 1 to 5 years: I'd like to secure a position as an assistant principal in the Wichita Public School system. And I would also like to use that time to diversify my administrative experience, just playing different roles and learning all the ins and outs of that role, to possibly move on in the next 10 to 10 years to secure a principal position, as well as I'd really like to develop a comprehensive system for family and community engagement that can be used across our district, not just at the building that I'm at. And then beyond 10 years, I haven't completely bought into the idea yet, but I would like to possibly pursue a district level leadership position and see what kind of changes I can make at that level. Why I chose Fort Hays State University: primarily it was the cost. It was very cost effective for me at the time to begin my school at Fort Hays State University. I always had a colleague connection there with a few other peers that I work with that have gone through the program, as well as a few that are going through the program now with me. I also thought a little bit outside the box because a majority of people that I've discussed programs with went through other universities, and I thought one way I could set myself apart is by getting an experience at a different school. My initial expectations for this program was to get usable and purposeful communication, not just with experts and instructors, but also with a diverse peer group that is different than what we see in the Wichita Public School systems. I also really liked the convenience of the online studies and thought that that could help me set a good pace for my success as I move through the program. So thank you. Nice to meet you. And I hope that you now know what my goals and expectations are moving into the future.